All right, I wanted to go over the widgets and the email newsletter widget as well. So let's dive right in and go under Appearance and Widgets. And let's go over the different widget areas. So we have our default sidebar and our shop sidebar and our footer widgets. Those are probably the most straightforward widget areas. On every page you're going to get the sidebar, and the footer one will display down here. Then the other ones are actually on the home page, and there's two homepage templates. They work exactly the same. The only difference is where they actually work exactly the same. The only difference is one can be selected with homepage version 2, and we just thought that some users might want to create a second homepage with a widget, so we added that in, but they work exactly the same. What you want to do is drag in any of these home widgets into the home widget area. Then home widgets on all pages is just the ability, let's say you wanted this, for instance, single highlight widget. Let's just go ahead and save that and refresh. So if you wanted to have this highlighted widget area display at the bottom of every page, then you can add it into that widget area. So it just gives you control to add more widgets. And all the pages, if you want it at the bottom, just above your footer. So all the widgets are pretty straightforward. You can just drag them on and start editing them. For instance, we'll go over these under the home page and show you the examples from the live preview, but the options are all pretty straightforward on using the widgets. The one thing I wanted to go over now is the from the live preview, this newsletter widget. So you can actually do this on most newsletter sites. Constant Contact, MailChimp, all sorts of them will have an optional newsletter that you can generate. And the way we do that, the way we threw that in is actually just via a text widget. So we created a text widget and we called it email newsletter. And then we just copied in and pasted in the embed code. So I use MailChimp, and so let's go ahead and go over that as the example, and we'll add that to our site. So if we go to MailChimp, you'll want to log in and then go under lists. So once you're under lists, you'll see if you have multiple lists, how they are working. You probably only have one like us, so we're going to try and get people to sign up for our newsletter. You click this drop down over here, and there's this sign up forms. And then you can just create, so what you'll want to do is generate an embed form. So we'll select that. And the easiest way to make it look like ours is to use this naked form. And so once we do that, we can just copy this code and paste it into our widget area. And but before we do that, let's go ahead and go and edit a couple of these options. So what we're going to want to do is, instead of all fields, let's do only required, since we only want one field. And we can just remove the required field indicator if we want. And then now we'll copy this and paste this into our widget area. Refresh our page and you will see the newsletter that pops up down here. And of course, if you want, you can edit any of that, the text. So I think we removed that heading, and instead we added a simple line of text. So we have our text and then our form, and if you want to have a little placeholder, you can add that into the form. Under this input right here, you can just type in placeholder equals and then email sign up, or whatever text you want. And then that's how you get it.